Okay, well, my rack showed up. This is a Topeak Super Tourist DX with the disc mount because I don't think they're making the regular one anymore. The disc mount has this extra space here. It is not bolted on because the rack actually hits the tire before it lines up with the screw hole and the dropouts. There's two screw holes. It doesn't line up with either of them. I didn't need the disc mount either. The disc mount spaces the legs out a little bit wider off the bike. I didn't need it because the disc brake is actually inside the triangle, so it's not in the way of the rack. So I actually wanted just the regular Super Tourist DX, but they don't apparently make that anymore. So you got to get the wider one. It's supposed to be a more universal fit, I guess, but it doesn't fit this bike. Also, the other issue with it, hard to tell here, but it's actually way too narrow. So if I put it, this is a mountain bike, so if I put it on the outside of the dropout, it's like 2 inches. Like I'd have to spread it out over 2 inches just to fit these dropouts. So if you've got a 29er, which I have, and you want to run reasonably thick tires, these are 2.1 inch. The Super Tourist DX is not the rack for you. I'm hoping that their uni rack fits. That one has adjustable lower pieces on the mount. You can see this better. See, I'm not reaching down to the holes here, and it's already rubbing the tires up here. Even when it's out like this, it's supposed to be more level. It's sitting right on the tire before I get to the holes. I did like this bar that comes out here more rearward than the regular rack they have. This one also has the extra bar across. So you can both hang pannier bags or panniers, however you want to say it, lower, so you don't have to have them up here. But because up here there's going to be a trunk bag. This is made for the MTX bag, which I already have. But I like this bar that keeps the panniers out of the spokes. I think it just gives a little better support for them. I also wanted a rack that kind of held the weight rearward, just so it doesn't get in the way of my heel when I'm pedaling. I don't want to kick my bag every time I pedal around, because some of these mountain bikes, they put a pretty short chainstay on them, so that makes that rear axle distance a little bit closer. But anyway, back to the drawing board. I either have to go to the Super Tourist Uni series, I think, which are more money. They're also heavier because they have that adjustment mechanism in there. Also, one more point of failure. There's two screws on this side, there's two screws on that side. I'll just have to Loctite them, I guess. Or the Ortlieb Rack 3 looks pretty promising. Unfortunately, that doesn't have the MTX Topeak attachment style, so I can't use the bag I already have. So I'll have to leave that bag on the other bike, and I'll have to just get a whole new bag system. And the bags cost more than the racks, so we'll see about that. But anyway, if you have any ideas for what rack to use, let me know. Also, some kind of way to mount some equipment on the front. I'm toying between a handlebar bag. I like the Topeak Tour Guide 2, which is pretty cool because it stands off from the bar a bit, and then it hangs here on this kind of quick release setup. I want to keep it away from the cables because the cables are just sticking out. Two of those are hydraulic. I don't want to put any undue pressure on them. Or some kind of rack that'll mount down here. The problem with the handlebar bag for me is, here's the headlight. How do I mount the headlight where it's not going to be firing into the back of the handlebar bag? I know that it can hang a little lower, but it's going to block the ground in front of it. So I either have to figure out a different way to mount the light, or a different way to mount the bag. So I can either put a bag down here, or I can take the light, and I feel like there should be some mechanism that mounts under here, like an expansion bolt that can give me a headlight down here. I don't know of that though. You know, there should be something like the fenders that mount in here that have an expansion bolt. There should be something like that the headlight will mount to. I'll have to check with Knight Rider. I do love the headlight though. It's very cool. But it's starting to come together. It looks the part. The thick slick with the flat repair I did where I stitched the sidewall, it did 33 miles on Saturday in some heat up in the 80s, and it held just fine. So pretty psyched about that. Got the other tire showed up yesterday, but don't need it yet. So I'm gonna try to put a few hundred miles on this one at least, get some wear out of it. So thanks for watching. I took my cover off and it's basically trashed. I'm gonna do the Brooks Profeed or Proofide I think, or Proofeed leather treatment next. So all right, everybody have a good one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.